Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it's Wiccan Wednesday, and I decided to change things up today and go out for a night walk. So I thought we'd go out and maybe have some dinner and go to the moon temple. Look up here at our moon is in the sky. It's getting close to full. It's what do they call it? Waxing gibbous, is that the word? It's really looking awesome. I love it. Well, let's have an adventure. Come on along. Well, did you guys have a fun Halloween last night? What did you do? Did any of you go to parties, or did you have trick-or-treaters come to your house? I'd love to hear about it. You know, I just stayed in and, you know, we had our seance, and then I just did a small little ritual and called it a night. It was a quiet night. Sometimes Psychic Bob has to work on Halloween. I have parties, but this year I had all my parties earlier, so luckily I just got a little quiet time in and enjoyed the Sabbath. Anyways, for those of you who haven't seen it, I did do a seance last night, and so if you haven't seen that, check that out. That's in the queue right before this video, and you can sit in, and we opened the door between the worlds and had a lot of wonderful experiences and messages from the spirit guides, so definitely check that out. Well, let's go eat. I tell you guys, that moon tonight is just spectacular. I'm really enjoying it. Hey Tubies, I'm over in the neighborhood now where the Indian restaurant is. Look at the moon rising over that house. Isn't that really cool looking? What a great effect. I wish I lived in that house, had the moon shining right over me. It's so beautiful here now. Look at these old lamps. These are done like the old gas lamps that you see in Washington, D.C. These are modern ones, but they're created to look like the old ones. They illuminate the trees at night. I love to get out and walk. You know, I'm a night person. And the great thing is a lot of people are afraid to go out at night, at least where I live. I just don't have fear of that. So I got walk and I enjoy myself. Of course, it is a little scary when I come up on this house. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the giant spider's still out. Kind of spooky. Well, I'm getting hungry. It's been a busy day for Psychic Bob. I've been doing readings and scheduling people, and you know, there's always something to do in my world. It's time for a little fun, a little break. I hope our moon stays out so we can see it tonight. I think this is very picturesque. This looks almost like a photo or a painting. The American flag draped outside this house. It's a beautiful brick townhome. I think it just looks beautiful, you know? I'm not always a fan of what my government is doing now, but I still love America and I still believe in its ideals. I only hope that more Americans will have freedom and that the targeted individual program will end. I pray for America, I really do. Here we are, Tubies, walking down this beautiful walkway that's lined in trees and antique Victorian gas lamps. I love it here. It is just beautiful. Well, we're almost at the restaurant. I can smell the curry from here. Hey Tubies, look where we are. We're outside London Curry House. It's all lit up tonight. That looks so cool. I'm so glad they're in my neighborhood because I'm crazy about Indian food, and there are no other Indian restaurants within walking distance from where I live. So coming here is a real treat for me. And I'm so glad you guys come along. If you come down to Alexander, you definitely have to come here because it's really awesome. And looks like they're open. If they're not open with all those lights on, I tell you, I don't know who's open in this town. Well, come on along. Well, Tubies, here I am at my favorite table. They've reserved my usual for me here, looking out on the park. And I'm living large now. I decided to treat myself. And I'm having a vodka martini on the rocks. And I got some wonderful chips here and some dipping sauce, some mint sauce, and I think that's like a sweet plum sauce. Yum, yum, yum. I love it. It's so beautiful here at night. They have the chandeliers all lit, as you can see. Isn't that beautiful? And I just love crystal chandeliers. I think they're beautiful. If I had higher ceilings, I'd put them in my house. And they got the walls here. These walls, I don't know if you can see them, they have water bubbles inside of them. Isn't that cool, the neon lights? There's the bar illuminated. Look how they got the glowing light under the bar. It's wonderful. I just love coming here. I'm still deciding on what to eat. I'm thinking about having vegetarian tonight. I'm trying to eat more vegetarian. I think that kind of balances my body. It's healthy and, you know, it's less violent. I try to be as vegetarian as I can. But see, I'm an O blood type, and we're not supposed to be totally vegetarian. And I believe in the blood type diet, so I'm going to have occasionally a little bit of vegetarian food. I think tonight is a good place. This is a great place really to do vegetarian because the Indians do it perfectly. I'm so enjoying this martini. It's a Grey Goose vodka martini. Sometimes I like gin, sometimes I like vodka. Today I'm having vodka. It's smooth as silk. And look what just arrived, my appetizer. I got some samosas. And if you've never had Indian food, these are wonderful. They're filled with like potatoes and peas. And they're really delicious and they're deep fried. And I've got some more of this dipping sauce here, which I love. The mint sauce is like my fave sauce. It's like Bob is living large. I tell you, the appetizer is probably going to be a whole meal. I mean, like after I eat that and have a martini, and I got these chips, that's a whole meal in itself. I'm enjoying it though. And here you can kind of see the inside of the samosa. It's got some potatoes, and actually this one may have a little lentils mixed in and peas. Looks really great though. And so I can just dip it in that mint sauce. And Second Bob is living large. You know, Tubies, I got so full from eating the samosas, I decided that I didn't really want a full meal. So I was talking to one of the waiters, and he said, well, why don't you just get another appetizer? Because I wanted a little more food than I had, but not really a full meal. So I got this really cool appetizer. It's called chicken, I can't remember the name now, some type of chicken dish. But I was going to get vegetarian, but I decided to do this instead. But it's chicken cooked in a mint, like mint sauce, and it's got a dipping sauce with it. So it looks kind of good. I've never had it, so this is something definitely new. So we'll see how this is. It's got this wonderful dipping sauce with it. Let's see how this is. Love it. Well, Tubies, today I've been reading an interesting book. It's called Opening the Doors of Heaven, Revelations of the Mysteries of Isis. It's a really cool cover. There's the moon, the goddess Isis, or not Isis, one of her priestesses. Could be Isis or a priestess. And it's written by an author named Almine, or Almine, I don't know how she pronounces it. It says, Releasing the Secrets of the Order of the White Rose. And it's a strange sort of text. Supposedly, an astral doorway opened that allowed her and some of her members of her spiritual order to travel through a time tunnel. And it was given to her ancient scriptures from Egypt that were older than any of the oldest scriptures. And she translated them. And she says, here, I'll give you a summation of the book here. It says, the holy scriptures of Isis, long guarded by the sacred order of the White Rose, that's our religious order, have at last been released after eons of being hidden. Traveling through a time tunnel between Egypt and Ireland, the masters of the order of the White Rose have prepared the land of Ireland for the birth of this miraculous event. Translated by Almine, the leading mystic of our time, the ancient wisdom and startling revelations contained within this remarkable book will profoundly change our paradigm of reality forever. And there's the lady who had the revelation. Now, I do believe in the goddess Isis. I do think there are a lot of mysteries we don't know about, but I have to be honest with you. she makes some really extreme claims in this book that I'm just not prepared to accept or endorse. Like, one thing she said is that she, and this is her picture, that she is the only mystic who's been given the power to speak for Isis. Well, I believe that the goddess can speak to anybody at any time. So, you know, there are a lot of people who have received information from Isis, myself included. So when she claims she's the only spokesperson for Isis, it already kind of puts me off the book. But I'm going to try to read it and see if I make more sense out of it. But she's a little out there, to be honest with you. But we'll see what this is about. You can see up here, this is some of the writing. Now you're saying I can't read that. It's a new language she channeled. It's an ancient Egyptian that's never been known on Earth till now. So it's not standard Egyptian or even hieroglyph. It's a different language that Isis revealed to her. She has also some interesting claims in this book. For example, you see these pages of stars. These go on for a few pages. Supposedly, she was given each of the symbols of the stars because the patterns of the stars carry DNA codes. There are going to be 96 new DNA codes that humanity's DNA is evolving. Well, that may be true, but I'm looking at these images and I can't tell what they mean. But supposedly, she's the only one who knows what it means. You know, between you and I have to be honest, I have problems. You know, when people say that they're the sole repository of knowledge, you know, my red flags go up. They just do. And I'm not really prepared to accept her claims. But I'm going to read the book and see what else she says. She may have something in there that's valuable. But right now I'm very questioning and very skeptical. So we'll see. Anyways, dinner's over. I just paid my bill. I think it's time to go out under the moon. So come on along. Well, Tubies, I tell you, that was a great dinner. It's getting a little cool out here now. It was pretty warm when I first came out here. Now it's getting a little cool, but it feels good. You know, fall weather. So let's take a stroll along and see what there is to see. There's our moon. Our moon's getting a little clouded over. Take a look at this. There it is. But it's still beautiful. I love the moon in any type of weather, really, I do. I'm just happy when I can see it. Well, I think we should go on to the moon temple. Let's go have a sacred moment of reflection there. And here we are. We're at the mystical moon temple. Isn't this wonderful? I love to come here at night. It's so quiet in this neighborhood. Not a word from anybody. Let's go up here. It's done in the classical Greco-Roman style, which I'm crazy about. As many of you know, I love the goddess Isis, and I honor her in her Greco-Roman form. I also love the goddess Vesta as well, so I have a great connection to the Greco-Roman energy architecture. Oh, here we are, guys. And you know what? Our moon should be right up there and it's clouded over. Make sure. Nope, that's the area where it should be. Oh. Scanning the sky. There's a UFO now. That's a plane. Well, you know, we did at least get to see the moon on the way here tonight. But I think while we're here, we'll just take a moment and do an invocation to the great goddess. Join with me. Great Mother, we thank you for this night of gathering, this night of friendship. We ask that you bless each of us now. I ask, Mother, for your divine silver rays of light to shine tonight on all of my YouTubers. Bring them peace, bring them joy, bring them love, happiness. May all good things come to those who are tonight receiving your mystic silver rays. Great goddess Isis of the moon, we invoke thee. I call upon you now. Hear my prayer. So mote it be. So mote it be. It's always special to come to the Moon Temple. Well, we'll take one last look back at it. And now it's time to go on our way. Blessed be Great Mother of the Moon. Do you have any place that you go that's your sacred temple, that's your mystic place? It's funny, I'm in the middle of a neighborhood, surrounded by houses, and yet I always have that temple totally to myself. So that's how I've claimed it as my temple. I never see anybody here, ever. I've been coming here for a few years. I'm very blessed. So peaceful here tonight. You can see the beautiful trees that line this street. It's a lovely neighborhood. And I love to walk here and recharge my energies. It's a time of blessing, you know. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by life, you should get out and walk and let the night air recharge you. That's what I like to do. Well, Tubies, I am sure glad that you came along on this little adventure tonight. And we did get to see the moon a little bit, even though it was gone when we got to the temple. But I still had a great time, and I wouldn't miss being with you guys for anything. Thanks for coming along for my dinner and this wonderful walk. Well, I'm going to head home now and get this video ready for you guys and do a little meditation and prayer at my altar and call it a day. Thanks for being here with me. I love you guys. Listen, if you want to help me out, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. You guys are the best. We'll be back here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday, Vlog Thursday. Well, we'll have someplace fun to go tomorrow. We'll see you then. Till then, may you always blessed be. Oh, Tubies, you got to see what's up here. There's a deer that's here at the edge of the sidewalk. It's come out. Let's see if we can see it here. It's so beautiful. There it is. Can you guys see it? It's a beautiful deer. The deer here are so tame, it's eating. I don't want to disturb it. It's so peaceful and beautiful. Look at that. Oh, she sees me. She knows I'm not going to hurt her. I've seen this doe before and actually went up and talked to her. So she knows that I'm a friend. Hello. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Oops, she's taken off up there. Well, you never know what you're going to see. That was a surprise. Well, guys, thanks for coming along tonight. Love you guys. Blessed be.